Gentlemen, let me ask you something important. When was the last time you really thought about intimacy? Not just the physical act, but the deeper connection that makes a woman feel truly seen. Most men assume intimacy begins in the bedroom. But here's the truth. It starts long before that moment. And if you're a man over 50, this becomes even more important. Because at this stage of life, intimacy is less about proving yourself and more about creating a sense of safety, presence, and cherishing the small things that younger men often rush past. Now, what if I told you there are 3 overlooked places on a woman's body that, when kissed with intention, can spark something far greater than physical pleasure? These spots awaken trust, comfort, and emotional closeness, things that last long after the moment ends. Let's walk through them together. The first spot, her nape. Right at the base of her hairline, just above her collarbone, lies one of the most emotionally charged zones on her body. Why? Because it's vulnerable. She can't see what you're doing there. That means the moment you kiss her neck, she has to trust you completely. But this isn't just about vulnerability. It's about memory. Neuroscience tells us that the back of the neck is rich with nerve endings tied to the limbic system, the part of the brain that governs emotion and memory. That means a kiss here doesn't just touch her skin. It touches her emotional core. And here's where most men make a mistake. They rush. They treat the neck as a spot to dominate, when in fact, it's a place of devotion. Picture this. You gently brush her hair aside, pause for a moment, then let your lips rest softly at the base of her neck. That kiss is not loud or aggressive. It whispers, "I see you. I respect you. You are safe with me." And let me tell you, when a woman feels safe, she opens up in ways that are unforgettable. A kiss like this lingers longer in her heart than any fleeting passion. The second spot, just behind her ear. This is one of the most underestimated areas on a woman's body, yet it holds surprising power. Why? Because the skin just behind the ear connects to the brain's bonding centers. A gentle kiss there can actually trigger the release of oxytocin, the hormone of trust and connection. Think about that. One kiss can literally make her feel closer to you on a chemical level. And there's something else. The ear is usually reserved for private moments, whispers, secrets, laughter that only the two of you share. So when your lips touch just behind her ear, you're stepping into a deeply intimate space. This isn't about being forceful. In fact, the most powerful emotions here are awakened in silence and subtlety. Imagine placing a soft kiss just behind her ear while quietly murmuring something personal. Maybe it's, "I love this moment with you," or "You feel amazing in my arms." That combination of touch and words can send a wave of warmth through her entire body. And for men over 50, this is where your maturity works in your favor. You don't need to rush or prove yourself. You understand the beauty of lingering, of savoring the stillness. That patience is what makes her crave you, not just physically, but emotionally, because she feels chosen, not for her appearance, but for who she is when no one else is watching. The third spot, her inner wrist. Now, this one might surprise you. The inner wrist doesn't scream sensual. It's small, quiet, often overlooked, but that's exactly what makes it powerful. The skin here is delicate. Beneath it lies her pulse, her rhythm, her energy, her emotional state. When you take her hand, pause, and gently kiss her wrist, you're saying, "I notice the little things. I respect your timing. I value your essence." Psychology studies show that touch at the wrist activates brain regions tied to empathy and emotional awareness. In other words, this isn't a lustful touch. It's a reverent one, And when a man over 50 shows restraint and patience by honoring such a small detail, it tells her you're not rushing, you're not taking, you're fully present. Imagine this. You're holding her hand during a quiet conversation. Instead of jumping ahead, you simply pause, lift her wrist slightly, and press a soft kiss there. No words, just presence. That moment can mean more to her than anything else, because it says, I see you in ways other men don't. Gentlemen, these 3 spots, the nape of her neck, behind her ear, and the inside of her wrist, are not just physical zones. They are emotional gateways. And when kissed with intention, patience, and reverence, they transform intimacy into something unforgettable. But we're not finished. In the next part, I'll show you bonus areas most men never even think of, and why a simple gesture with your hand can sometimes be as powerful as any kiss. Stay with me, because these details may just change the way your partner experiences you forever. Welcome back, gentlemen. We've already uncovered 3 powerful kissing spots that most men overlook: the nape of her neck, behind her ear, and her inner wrist. Each one opens doors to deeper connection, trust, and intimacy. But what if I told you there are more? Places that hold incredible emotional power, but only if approached with care. These are what I call the bonus zones. They're a little riskier because they require vulnerability from her. But when you honor these places, you create intimacy that goes far beyond the physical. The hollow of her collarbone. This is one of the most symbolic spots on a woman's body. It's close to her heart, both literally and emotionally. A slow, thoughtful kiss here tells her you're not just admiring her body, you're honoring her essence. Here's how to do it well. As you hold her, let your lips rest gently in the hollow of her collarbone. Don't rush, don't add pressure, just let her feel the warmth of your breath and the patience of your presence. That simple act says, I'm here with you, I cherish you, I love all of you. The inside of her elbow. Now here's one most men never even consider. The inner elbow has delicate, sensitive skin, often overlooked but surprisingly responsive. A soft kiss here can send unexpected shivers down her spine, precisely because it's so rare and so tender. Think of it like this. Anyone can kiss the obvious places, but when you take the time to honor a quiet, hidden spot like her inner elbow, it shows attentiveness. It shows creativity, and it tells her that you're not just going through the motions, you're paying attention to her specifically. Her stomach or hip bones. Now we enter territory that requires even greater trust. Many women feel self-conscious about these areas. They may not always feel confident in how their body looks. That's why a tender kiss here carries so much power. It says, I love every part of you, even the parts you might not love yourself. But gentlemen, I need to emphasize this. Only explore this area when she already feels safe and connected. This is not about rushing. It's about acceptance. When done with tenderness, a kiss on her stomach or hips can awaken a closeness that nothing else can. And here's a bonus that isn't even a kiss: the gentle placement of your hand on her lower back. This simple gesture may be the most powerful of all. The lower back is where she carries stress, responsibility, and unspoken burdens. When you rest your hand there with care, you're silently saying, I've got you. You don't have to carry it all alone. Think about slow dancing. Remember how she naturally leans into you when your hand rests at the small of her back? That isn't choreography, it's trust. It's her nervous system relaxing, her body telling her she feels safe in your arms. Gentlemen, Let me leave you with this truth. Intimacy, especially for men over 50, is not about speed. It's not about showing off. It's about presence. It's about patience. It's about having the quiet confidence to focus on what younger men often overlook. The nape of her neck, behind her ear, her inner wrist, her collarbone, her elbow, her hips, even the soft weight of your hand on her back. These are not just physical touches. They are messages. Messages that say, I see you, I value you, I choose you. When you learn to kiss with reverence instead of hunger, when you take time to honor the overlooked places, you don't just create moments of passion, you create memories. You create safety. You create a bond that stays with her for years to come. And that, gentlemen, is the kind of intimacy every man over 50 has the power to create.